There's a fascinating idea that a man's behavior in bed can reveal his truest feelings far more clearly than anything he says out loud. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, believed that real love isn't just something shown through words. It's often expressed without thinking, through physical closeness and the way two people connect when they're most vulnerable. The way a man touches you, looks into your eyes, or even breathes beside you in those intimate moments can say more about how he feels than anything else. But how can you really tell if it's more than just a physical bond? Jung's insights into the unconscious mind point to 4 powerful and subtle signs, behaviors that only happen when a man is deeply, honestly in love. He taught that love isn't just an emotion, it's a merging of souls, where raw and honest instincts rise to the surface. When a man feels emotionally connected, his actions and responses reveal truths that even he might not fully understand yet. Today we're going to explore 4 private behaviors that, according to Jungian psychology, show his love goes far beyond physical desire. These are not just repeated habits. They are unconscious expressions of devotion. By the time you finish reading this, you'll know exactly what to look for. The first sign is deep eye contact during moments of closeness. There's something almost magical about steady eye contact when people are vulnerable with each other. It goes beyond physical attraction and reaches into a deeper emotional space. Jung often described the eyes as windows to the soul, and for good reason. In his study of the unconscious, Jung realized that our gaze is one of the rare unfiltered paths into a person's deepest self. Unlike words, which can be chosen carefully or even used to hide the truth, the eyes reflect emotions the person may not be ready to admit. When a man keeps his gaze locked with yours during intimate moments, it's not just about passion. It's a silent confession. He isn't just looking at your body, he's letting you see the real him. That kind of eye contact is incredibly rare because it demands a deep emotional presence. Many men, shaped by society's expectations, learn to separate emotion from physical touch. Sex can turn into just a release, not a connection. But when a man truly loves, something shifts. His need for emotional closeness becomes stronger than any habit of emotional distance. His gaze lingers because in that moment, he's revealing more than his body. He's revealing his heart. Jung would say this is the anima coming through, the softer, inner feminine energy inside a man that longs for connection and emotional closeness. In this way, the eyes become a bridge between 2 souls. Not just a look shared between 2 people. On the other hand, avoiding eye contact can also say a lot. If a man looks away during intimacy, he may still care or feel desire, but some emotional wall is likely still up. Maybe he's afraid of being truly vulnerable, or perhaps he's protecting a part of himself he hasn't dealt with yet. In Jungian terms, this could be the shadow, the part of us that holds fear, pain, or unhealed wounds. The eyes don't lie, the way words sometimes do. Looking away is often a way to stay in control, but when a man lets that connection stay unbroken, it tells you everything. It means he trusts you, not just with his body, but with who he really is, the parts he usually hides. There's a reason people close their eyes when they kiss, only to open them afterward and search for the other's face again. That silent moment is a way of saying, "You're really here with me." And when the eyes stay connected, it's one of the most real signs of love. It can't be acted out or faked. It's a gift that happens without trying when 2 people drop their guard. And in that shared gaze, love speaks. Not with words, but with presence. The second powerful sign is when a man focuses more on your pleasure than his own. In Jungian thought, true intimacy is about blending opposites, 2 people becoming something more together. Jung called this union the conjunctio, a sacred merging that goes beyond physical touch and into emotional and spiritual territory. Nowhere is this clearer than in how a man behaves when he's making love. Lust seeks to satisfy itself, but love seeks to connect. When a man puts your joy above his own, it's not just kindness, it's a deep, unconscious promise. Your happiness is part of his. Jung believed that the shadow, the hidden parts of our psyche, controls a lot of our selfish wants and urges. But when a man loves, something amazing happens. His deeper self takes over. He puts aside his need to finish first or focus only on his own pleasure. He doesn't do this because he has to. He does it because it feels right. The act of giving becomes fulfilling in itself. This is the masculine and feminine energies working in harmony. The drive to give, in this balance, intimacy becomes more than physical. It becomes a shared experience. You'll notice this shift in the way he pays attention to your reactions, the way he learns what you enjoy and remembers it, the way he seems to take genuine joy in your joy. His actions aren't for show. They come naturally, like he feels what you feel. This is different from someone driven by lust. Lust takes and moves on. Love gives and stays present. A man caught up in short-term excitement may chase his own release, but a man who's truly in love can't help but be moved by your experience. Jung would say this happens because the anima, the caring, empathetic side within him, is leading the way. This isn't just about what happens physically. It's about the deeper truth behind his actions, the way he holds you afterward, or gently asks, "Was that okay for you?" and really means it. Those little moments matter. They show that your emotions and body are both sacred to him. Jung believed relationships help us face and heal our deepest wounds. A man who gives freely in bed has likely faced his own inner struggles, his fears of not being good enough or in control, and has come out the other side ready to love. His tenderness shows he's not there to take, he's there to share. That's what love really is. Not a perfect performance, but a full presence. When he places your needs before his own, it's his way of saying something far more meaningful than any words could. You matter to me more than anything else right now. That kind of attention isn't fake, it's real love in motion. And Jung would say it's the starting point of the most powerful emotional growth. The third sign is what a man does after the act of intimacy. How affectionate and emotionally open he becomes. Those quiet moments that follow sex often reveal the truth of a man's feelings, even more than the act itself. Jung believed that physical closeness lowers our defenses. The ego quiets down, and what's hidden inside begins to come out. When a man is truly in love, intimacy becomes more than physical. It becomes a place where his emotions show, often without him trying. This is why how he acts afterward is so important. If he holds you gently, speaks from the heart, or simply rests next to you in silence, it shows he's not putting on a show. He's just being real. Jung talked about the shadow, the hidden parts of us that we often try to hide, especially men. Society tells men to be strong by being silent, to pull away after sex like closeness somehow takes away their power. But when a man is in love, those rules break down. His sensitive self, the side he usually protects, comes out. He might pull you close instead of turning away. He might tell you a story about his past, or quietly press his forehead against yours. These small acts aren't planned. They're signs his inner self feels safe. They're proof he doesn't see you as just someone to share pleasure with, but someone he trusts deeply. Jung believed true love meant accepting all parts of ourselves, the light and the dark, and letting someone else see them too. When a man stays emotionally connected after sex, it shows he's giving you access to all of who he is, not just the parts he thinks are strong or attractive. Simple things like stroking your hair or sharing a personal thought reveal a lot. They show his walls have dropped, at least for a little while. There's no need to impress, just honesty, just presence. In contrast, when a man turns away or gets distant right after, it might not mean he doesn't care, but it usually means he's still guarding himself. The moment ends and the ego returns, pulling up defenses that briefly went quiet. But when he stays present, when the afterglow becomes something he treats with care, it's a sign of something deeper. Jung called this the transcendent function, the ability to bring together different parts of ourselves into something more whole. In those quiet, real moments, without even saying it, his unconscious is telling you how he really feels. Through his eyes, his body language, and his touch, the truth comes through clearly. And when the mask comes off, even for just a little while, you'll see his love written all over him. And his presence, if you look closely, you'll see that love doesn't arrive with grand announcements, but in the quiet, powerful moments that reveal a man's soul. This is where real emotional connection lives. In the shared glance, in the unselfish giving, and in the tender calm after closeness that says, without any doubt, I am here with you fully and truly. Love has the power to melt the walls between two people, and that depth is remarkable. In the end, affection after intimacy becomes love's truest voice. It's in these still moments, when the body is calm and the mind relaxed, that the heart speaks the loudest. A man who opens up to you here isn't only sharing a bed, he's offering a piece of his inner world. And that, according to Jung, is the clearest sign that what he feels goes far beyond desire. It's the meeting of two souls. Synchronized movements and unconscious mirroring also reveal powerful truths. In the silent communication between lovers, the most important messages are spoken not with words, but with a natural rhythm of bodies moving together as one. Carl Jung's idea of the collective unconscious, a deep memory shared by all people, helps explain why couples in deep love often fall into spontaneous harmony. When his breathing matches yours, when your limbs wrap together without thinking, when a simple touch speaks louder than any sentence ever could. These moments are not random. They are biological poetry. They show that your connection has moved past effort and into instinct, where the deep wisdom of the body takes over from the mind's control. Jung called this experience participation mystique, a deep emotional oneness where personal boundaries fade away for a time. In daily life we protect our space and control our actions, but love takes those walls down. When a man is emotionally open, his nervous system starts to tune in with yours. Science calls this limbic synchrony. His heartbeat may adjust to yours. His gestures might naturally copy yours, like quiet echoes across an unseen bridge linking two souls. This isn't imitation, it's connection. It's the body's way of saying what the mind may not yet be brave enough to speak. We are no longer two separate beings. This harmony becomes even clearer in still, quiet moments. Notice how, when lying together, you may both shift positions at the same time or let out a sigh in unison. These tiny moments show that your bond works on a level much deeper than just interaction. It is a natural dance built into our biology. Jung would say this reflects the symbol of the divine couple, alive and real in the present moment. That timeless image of completeness found in stories all over the world. Your bodies are remembering something your minds might have forgotten. That true love is a return to unity. Now compare this to casual interactions, where every move feels forced and guarded. Without emotional depth, people remain separate. The body stays closed, movements are cautious, and true harmony is rare. But in love, that caution fades. His hand reaches the small of your back right when you need support. Your head fits perfectly against his shoulder, as if that space was always meant for you. This easy alignment shows what Jung called enantiodromia, the movement of opposites toward each other, finding balance. What makes these unconscious moves so deeply touching is their realness. Spoken words can be shaped and chosen, but the body's way of expressing love can't be faked. When his body moves in gentle rhythm with yours, it's the clearest sign of his inner self saying, "You're not someone outside of me, you're part of me, not a stranger, but a home." In those silent physical moments, Jung's theories stop being ideas and become living proof. They show that through deep connection, two people can briefly touch the divine unity we all come from. This is why movement in harmony is one of love's oldest and most sacred dances, guided not by thought, but by the quiet wisdom of the unconscious. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, believed love wasn't just an emotion or a passing feeling, it was a major psychological shift, a meeting point between what we know and what lies hidden within us. Central to his thinking were the anima and animus, the hidden feminine and masculine parts inside every person. He believed every man carries within him a feminine image. The anima, shaped by personal history, hopes, and even cultural messages. When he falls deeply in love, he isn't just pulled toward a woman, he's seeing a reflection of his soul. That's why the right woman doesn't just excite him, she feels familiar, like she's always been part of his story. The stronger his emotional reaction, the more his inner anima connects with her spirit. It can feel like fate, like something already written. Because in a way, it was written in his inner world long before they met. But this is only the first layer. Real closeness, Jung believed, takes more than reflection. It takes bravery. It means taking off the masks we wear every day. Most men grow up being taught to hide their feelings, to protect themselves from being judged. But when a man falls truly in love, something changes. The unconscious, the deep hidden part that holds our instincts, fears, and longings starts to lead. He doesn't just want closeness, he craves it deeply. That's why you'll notice small but clear changes in how he acts. He might suddenly share childhood memories. His touch may become gentler without realizing it. These shifts aren't planned. They're emotional surrenders to love. Jung also believed the unconscious speaks its truth through touch, symbols, and feelings, not just words. Think of how lovers naturally breathe in sync, or how a man's touch turns respectful and slow when he's emotionally connected. These are not simply sweet habits. They are the language of the hidden self, weaving two people together. In Jung's view, love is like alchemy. It changes basic attraction into the gold of soul-level connection. And when a man is deeply in love, his unconscious will show it in ways even he might not notice. So how does this hidden truth show itself in physical closeness? The answer lies in 4 deeply revealing behaviors. Acts so honest that they go beyond thought. These aren't skills or tricks. They are the raw language of a heart that loves. The 4 behaviors: deep eye contact, generous giving, openness after intimacy, and synchronized movement make up the unspoken language of love. Jung's insight shows us that real love is not just a feeling. It's a truth that lives in the silent spaces between two people. If your partner shows these behaviors, you're not just sharing your body, you're sharing something much more meaningful. A psychological and spiritual bond that goes beyond the usual. Now, the question is yours. Does your partner show these deep signs of love? Have you noticed other silent signs that reveal how he truly feels? Share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. And if this look at love through Jung's teachings moved you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more psychology-based relationship insights. Want us to go further? Let us know if you'd like our next conversation to explore Jung's hidden warning signs in relationships. the quiet signals that show when something may be wrong. Until then, remember, our bodies never lie about love. If you listen to what's spoken without words, you'll always know where you truly stand.